Hi everyone, Sandra Beach here. Welcome to my narrated PowerPoint. My project was about using LinkedIn in teaching and learning in management. I'm from the Faculty of Law and Business, School of Management, and I'll move on now. Okay, just to provide a bit of context, the unit that I was looking at was HRMG 307, which was staffing and talent management. It was a third year unit run in first semester this year. I'm trying to capture what the essence of it is, and it's sort of like a human resource management capstone. It wasn't really meant to be that, but what I found out was students used it as sort of a springboard to their working out what they wanted to do in their career and applying for jobs. It was a new unit for 2015. It was the first time it was taught at ACU, so I hadn't been bedded down. And what happened was that I used LinkedIn to be able to teach students about how LinkedIn is used in recruitment and selection. What happened was that they really took it up because they had a really strong interest in applying for jobs and getting a job. So that's how this whole thing started, this looking at LinkedIn. When I started my project, I was looking at how you can use social media in teaching HRM, and I was looking at Facebook, LinkedIn, and any other social media that was around. But I realised that that was way too broad. People gave me feedback on my concept map, and I started to realise that this would be a whole PhD if I decided to do it. So I turned myself around and then had a look at what I'd done with LinkedIn already in HRMG 307. And I finally got to the key questions that I thought were relevant, and they were how do students perceive the usefulness of using LinkedIn, and could I possibly turn a teaching activity into an assessment piece to improve student learning? So this was basically what I did. I did my interview about that. Okay, I have to admit that I had no idea what the learning design bit of the project was, and I did it, but it didn't seem to make any, well, it made sense, but I didn't know what I'd use it for. And again, as I went on my travels, on my little journey, I started to kind of figure out how this might relate to my LinkedIn project. And it wasn't until I got feedback from the class and also from Tina that I actually figured out that this was the foundation for my desire to create a sequence assessment piece using LinkedIn. So eventually I did get it, but not for a long time. Okay, I found this reference by McCorkle and McCorkle where they use LinkedIn in marketing, and wow, I sort of jumped up and down when I found this because I thought, oh, somebody's already done this. I don't have to reinvent the wheel entirely, because I was feeling like I might have to. And what I found from this article was that they had developed a three-part assessment piece and used it, and then got feedback on the first two assessment pieces, and gave some I guess insights onto that. So what I found from this journal article, that this journal article was great because it focused on LinkedIn and how to achieve business-based outcomes. So it was really business focused. But the really best thing was it provided a roadmap for me for how a sequence assessment piece might be developed, which is what I had my conversation about. I really wanted to thank everybody for giving me feedback on this this project that I did. It was really good for people kind of narrowing down what I should be doing. And also I really want to thank Tina, who spent probably an hour talking to me about or helping me think about how I could narrow the project down and be more specific, and then how I could translate it into something concrete that I could use in my teaching. Oh boy, this bit was so interesting. What I did was I interviewed a student to find out what they thought of the LinkedIn process I used in first semester. And it was really great feedback. So the person didn't hold back and told me what they thought, that basically it is useful because people are very motivated at that time of their career to get a job, and to know that how it works from both sides would be great. I talked to a student and we brought in a recruitment consultant, and the comment was that the learnings in class were extended by bringing in this guest speaker, because I guess they could confirm or clarify issues that the students would have. The student also expressed that they thought there was real merit in expanding the activity into an assessment piece for 2016, because it's so relevant to the students, and they really want to know more about it, and would be happy to have that as an assessment piece, which is fantastic. Okay, and the final wrap up. I didn't know what I was doing with this project for quite a long time, and it kind of all came together at the end, which was a strange concept, because I like to know what I'm doing before I do it. However, I really didn't feel confident, and everyone else seemed to be really confident, but I just kept going. And really, I think, in a sense, teaching and learning is a little bit like muddling along. And as long as you keep, this is my thoughts, as long as you keep trying to be a better teacher, and also as long as you do the emotional and intellectual hard work, things do get better, and you can create better experiences for students. Okay. The other thing was that it was confirmed to me by my student that using LinkedIn as a teaching tool does have merit, and could be successfully used in a broader way in teaching MGMT 307 and to the wider student group in the Faculty of Business, because all students want to, even though they don't realise at this point, all students need to be familiar with LinkedIn and how you get jobs through it. So what would I do, or what application of that? Well, I guess number one is just keep ploughing on, and somehow things come together, and that's the real learning. I'd like to also maybe seek a learning and teaching grant to further develop this idea of using LinkedIn. It really does need some more work. I will be using it again in HRMG 307, and also hopefully in assessment. And I also intend to figure out how I can deliver this to the broader student population in the faculty. Thank you very much for all your help this semester, everybody. It's been quite a journey. Thank you so much.